For both Stoke City and Bolton Wanderers, their stories are old. Bolton last won the Cup in 1958. Stoke's glory years were back in the 70s, twice semi-finalists. On the brink of new eras, this year the Wanderers and City are on their way to Wembley.
We're just very, very pleased to have made the progress we've made, to get to a semi-final, to get to Wembley.
With the occasion being at Wembley at the semi-final, I think it just enhances the sort of how big a game it is and a great occasion really for the fans and supporters and everyone involved with the club.
There's no doubt it's a magical experience to go there at any time. For me, it's the best arena in world football, and we get a chance to grace that, and we have to make sure that when we do, that we bring our best game and we do our utmost to try and reach that final.
The suits have been measured and the photo calls taken. The squads of Stoke City and Bolton Wanderers are on their way to Wembley. But the managers have been keen to remind their players of just what's at stake.
We need to get there first, and we have formidable opponents and Stoke City standing in our way. But there's a tremendous incentive for both teams to try and reach that final with an opportunity then to win the Cup. And I think you'll see a team, certainly both teams, very positive in their outlook and trying to win the game.
It's trying not to get lured into all this Wembley talk, because on paper it's a semi-final. It's not the big final where the Cup is at stake. So that's where my main focus is, getting to the final.
The winners of the semi-final will qualify for Europe. Both clubs have prioritised prolonged Premier League status, but a trophy would be a major step to building a real legacy.
Staying in the Premier League or winning the Cup, if you had to choose one or the other, I think Premier League is obviously the most important thing financially, but as a footballer, it's about winning trophies, and an FA Cup would be fantastic on a personal level, and of course for fans and the club as well. It'll put Stoke on the map, and we would achieve something that the club has never done before.
Both clubs have worked hard to reach this stage. Bolton Wanderers came through an epic quarter-final at Birmingham City. A last-minute goal sealing a 3-2 win.
That for me summed up the beauty and the magic of the FA Cup. It's the best national cup competition in world football. The coverage is global. Regardless of what country you're in, you ask people about the football and they'll mention the FA Cup because of what it brings to everybody.
Stoke's passage through the quarters was dramatic for different reasons. West Ham scored with a controversial equaliser from Frederick Piquillon.
I have to say, when it happened, it was difficult to take. We all thought it was a clear handball, but again, as long as we went on to win the game and now in the semi-final, we can look back at it and smile and say that's part of football.
This semi-final couldn't be tougher to call. Two mid-table Premier League clubs, both have beaten the other in the league this season.
It's very tight because both teams are quality teams, and there's not a lot between them.
We expect it to be a tough game. They'll go in favourites.
And let's get the makings of a cracker.
In recent times, both teams have profited from a direct style of play. That's still the case with Stoke, but it's said Bolton have moved on under Owen Coyle. But have they really forgotten about the long ball?
Owen's told us that he's changed the style a bit, but they're still very, very dangerous when they get balls from back to front to Davis quickly. So, we won't be hoodwinked into thinking that they're going to be passing it all over the place and missing Davis out.
It's funny, isn't it? I would talk about Stoke being a long ball side, and it's like Bolton's been known really for that sort of style of play for the last however many years. But under the new gaffer, he does like to get the ball down. He does like people to go out and express himself. I would say we've changed, but we've still got the element, and we've still got players in there that can do that, which I think will be a benefit to us come the Stoke game.
But at Wembley, how will Bolton cope with Rory Delap and his cannonball throws? A simple tactic, but a source of many a City goal.
It is difficult, there's no doubt about it, because I flip myself on the other end of the coin and think, how would I like to be attacking them sort of deliveries coming in the box? And for sure, it's a great tool to have, but it's something that we're aware of and something we need to deal with, and I'm sure if we deal with that, we've got the quality in our side that can create chances and win football matches, as we've proved this season.
Stoke City have a lot of attributes And to just look at one, you'd be remiss of you, because they have so many threats, as do we at Bolton Wanderers, and Tony knows that. So I think you have to obviously take that on its merits, recognising what their strengths are, but equally looking to play to your strengths.
It's nearly time for the trip to London and a semi-final that promises to be tight. Stoke believe they have one advantage, their fans, who aim to win the battle of the Wembley decibels.
Well, I think they'll try and turn Wembley into the Britannia. They'll do their damnedest to do that, I'm sure. So it'll be a great occasion and a great day out for everybody.
I think you see two teams backed by terrific supporters, and that's why I've said before, I think it'll make for a magical atmosphere at the game, with two very committed teams trying to win the game, two very good teams full of quality, and two unbelievable set of supporters giving everything they can to make it a real cup tie.
It's been more than 50 years for Bolton, never for Stoke. But one of these clubs will be in the 2011 FA Cup final. Right now, they both believe it's their destiny.
I've got a good feeling. I've had that all along since we kicked off against Cardiff, and yeah, you know, it's definitely a great chance for us, and yeah, it'd be great to get the name engraved in the cup and get a piece of history as well.
For every fan and every lad growing up, you want to play in massive games. You want to play in the biggest games of cup finals, and to lift the trophy would be a dream come true.
So, it's down to business.
Take care. Not at all. Thanks, Take care.